These are actions that you can use to teach the Big Bible Story Song. The Big Bible Story Song is a complete picture of the Bible in a very broad view that comes on both the Old Testament and New Testament curriculum CDs. We have the entire song on both CDs so that kids don't learn just one section and then another. They learn the Bible as a holistic picture. These are actions that we use in our local church as we teach kids about the Bible. So here we go. We begin with creation and the Garden of Eden. We always smile as we go back and forth because it's such a nice place. The fall of man, and they usually go down far. We say Noah and the flood. And we say the Tower of Babel, patriarchs, slavery in Egypt, and the Exodus. After each one of those, we go, and we stop because it's lots of fun. So we have creation and the Garden of Eden, the fall of man, Noah and the flood, Tower of Babel, the patriarchs, slavery in Egypt, the Exodus. Then we say, God gives the law, desert wandering, promised. That goes from the mouth here down to the fist, and that actually is ASL Sign Language. Promised land. Then we say time of judges, time of kings. We make a crown. Israel splits into two kingdoms. Then we do the hard one. This is prophets. We have a P on one side, and then we have kind of a peeking through my hands. It's kind of like you can see the future, prophets see the future. So we say prophets warn Israel, we do an I, of judgment. The kids really like to get into that judgment. And we say Israel falls to Assyria. Use an A. Prophets warn Judah, make a J, ASLJ, of judgment. Judah falls to Babylon. We use the B. Then we start here, we say the exile, Jews return. The temple, we make a T and put it on a rock, so the temple rebuilt. The wall, put a W, the wall's rebuilt. Then we say 400 years of silence. We kind of put it in front of our mouth and our face and have this kind of twirling motion. So that's our 400 years of silence between Malachi and the New Testament. Then we start in with boom, boom, and we go John the Baptist, Jesus' birth. We make a little baby that we hold in our arms. Jesus' birth. Then we do the baptism again. Baptism of Christ. Then we say call of the disciples. That's a C coming out from the mouth. That's ASL for call. So we say call of the disciples. Then we go miracles and signs. Miracles is being powerful. Signs like a stop sign. So miracles and signs. And we say Last Supper. Now this is not ASL Sign Language. It's just something we made up because we wanted the kids to remember the L for last. So Last Supper. Then it gets us ready for Jesus' death, resurrection, ascension. Then we say Pentecost. We point to our tongues. Pentecost and the Holy Spirit. Remember Pentecost, they spoke in tongues, right? So Pentecost and the Holy Spirit. Then we say apostles go forth. We have two A's. We go apostles go forth. The early church, then we flip it over. And we say persecution spreads the gospel. Then we have Saul, which is an S. We do ASLS. Saul to Paul. Okay, we go to Paul. Then we say Peter and Cornelius. We grab it over them. Because before, Peter and Cornelius, before God said that Gentiles were okay for Jews to hang out with, don't call unclean that which I've called clean. Jews and Gentiles wouldn't hang out. But then Peter realized, wait a second, Jesus saves everybody, so now they can be together. Peter and Cornelius. Then we put another P, and we say Paul's missionary journeys. We kind of put Paul on the water there. Paul's missionary journeys. Then we just turn it right here, and we say letters to believers. And then we go John's revelation. And we have the cross again, because it's all about Jesus. Those are the actions that we use for our Big Bible Story Song. I hope they're helpful to you. And if you want to use them, feel free.